Hello everybody and welcome to another weekly edition to see what's growing on here in my little house as I wait out these rather long Manitoba winters. I knew what I was moving into, but you know, you don't really know a thing until you experience a thing, and winters out here seem to last forever. I know it's only February, but June still feels like it's a really, really long way away. And yet at the same time, I've only got 4 months to get things up and ready to put them all outside. So let's see what's going on, and yeah, maybe in the comments below today if you guys want to throw me some advice towards how I should harden off my plants, because if I recall I had a big problem with that last year. And yeah, if you want to throw down below in the comments too anything you'd like to see me either try growing or try tasting, because you know, if I'm gonna grow it, I'm gonna eat it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Let's take a look at what's growing on. Here's a quick look at a regrowing lettuce project that Shocks has got on the grow. It's been here for a while. Took an amazingly long time to get those 2 little roots that are on there, but lo and behold, there's lettuce in there. Keep threatening that I'm going to throw some hydroponic nutrients in that, and she's like, no, just leave it. So based on that, the boy has started regrowing some lettuce for lunch there and in there. So massive props for that. That's a gardening parent win right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's the sunniest spot in my yard out there. And behind it we have what's left of these 7 windowsill peppers. As you can see, they are hurt and bad, but they are still alive. They are still totally infested with aphids, and no matter how many times I shower them or what I seem to spray them with, it doesn't really make a difference. But this Nepalese bell is blowing me away with its resilience, I guess is the best word for it. This thing looks fantastic. Now granted, I topped this August 4th of 2016, so clearly this plant has been around for a while, but I've got a good solid start. And I don't know if you guys remember the Nepalese bell from the garden last year, but it's a very funky looking little pepper, and it's got an interesting sort of spice to it. Not really what I would call a super hot pepper, but it's definitely got a spice to it. Thinking the Brazilian ghosts and these morugas are going to have to be replanted. These scorpions, I just don't know. I'm hopeful, you know, I'm hopeful. If I can get some good solid advice on hardening these guys off, or they've been in the windowsill, so if I recall, yes, Gordon, you're not allowed in the windowsill. If I recall, the ones from the windowsill did better last year when I took them straight outside, so maybe they won't need to be hardened off because of the whole natural sunlight thing, but oh, I sure hope this one makes it. Be nice if some of these others would learn from their companion. Why can't you all just be like the Nepalese bell? Look how happy it is. Anywho, houseplants. Up in the corner here we've got, this is the main Dieffenbachia that I took all those, well, I don't really want to call them cuttings, but suckers. We'll call them suckers. That I took all of those suckers off of. This thing is doing fantastic. There's that pothos plant. Someone gave me the name of it. I'm sure I'm getting it wrong, but it's doing quite well. This little thing only had like 4 leaves when it joined us, and look at it now. Then over here on the main plant shelf, things are doing fantastic for the most part. There's a couple more of those Dieffenbachias. Right in the very back there, that little tiny stick is a Nepalese bell plant trying to kind of disguise itself as a house plant. Here's that pitcher plant, carnivorous plant. Still has yet to put on any more pitchers for me. I have tried watering it with black tea, and it really seemed to like that. I'm only doing that once a month or so. But look at the new growth, and the plant itself looks beautiful. It just doesn't have any pitchers to catch those houseflies in. So I don't know what's up with that. Back here we've got the avocado. It's looking a little bit droopy, but I had it up where the big Dieffenbachia was, and I think it was just kind of too far above the light. So just today, actually, I moved it down here, so it's a little under, but I might need to find a new location for that. Perhaps I'll put it downstairs on the rescued houseplant shelf. But yeah, the coffee plants are coming along nicely. Unfortunately, all of the African sundew plants are dead. I really should get that off the shelf and put something living up there. But yeah, houseplants. I'm still blown away that I have these, let alone so many of them, and you know, so many of them that are doing so well. Up here in the studio area, things mixed results up here, you know. This is that blackleaf elderberry cutting from the aeroponic garden. It seems to be doing just fine. This, on the other hand, is a cat-ravaged Dieffenbachia that's up here in the witness protection program. Got a couple of coffee plants back there. Lemon tree that I thought was dying seems to just be dying back. I don't know. We'll see what goes on with that. Down on the floor here, that giant sprig. This is all from my ginger way down there. And then with these three that I brought in to try and overwinter, the aphid wars continue in full swing. Spotted 3 ladybugs crawling on this one here yesterday. And as you can see, it's got a lot of new growth on it. Recently trimmed it back something fierce. And those are all still sitting in the bottom of the pot there. But, oh, ladybug. Work it, ladybug. Enjoy that buffet. It's all for you. So hopefully this sand dollar pepper will survive. The thing is massive. So if it makes it to spring/summer and I can actually get it outside, harden it off, not kill it, I might just end up with a freakishly huge plant. We'll have to see. Shall we check out the dungeon then? Happier news. So for those of you who have been wondering what I'm doing with those purple LEDs, and you occasionally see the light in the background but nothing else, they have become basically a hospital for cat-damaged plants. He ate this thing almost completely, and the house plants seem to do really, really well under these lights, so I'm just letting them work that way. This coffee plant is simply just taking up space, but these poor spider plants, well, a ribbon plant, which is apparently a variation of the spider plant, and the spider plant, these guys were just so hurt, and I had to do something with them to save them. So that's that. So far, things under the 5,000 Kelvin LED bulb seem to be doing all right. I mean, it's not phenomenal growth, and I do have a couple here that look highly questionable, but they were pretty questionable when I transplanted them. I'm just, as always, hoping for the best. But great selection of pepper starts this year, and I owe it all to my fabulous viewers because y'all just keep sending me more and more seeds, and I'm going to keep planting them, but I'm running out of room here. And a lot of these things are going to need to be transplanted soon, so I definitely need to get myself on some more lighting. As far as the hydroponics goes, I am super impressed with these 2 Kratky crimson red pepper plants. These guys are clearly the stars of the dungeon. It is phenomenal how well they are doing. And then over here, that yard fatale that I transplanted seems to be pretty content as well. So I think I'm going to have to explore more of the Kratky style aquaponics, that's just habit. More of the Kratky style hydroponics in the future. And yeah, as you can see, I'm not giving my hydroponic plants a fair shake here. There are so many solo cups, and I guess they're complements. Sobeys knockoff brand of solo cups that are taking up the space here. I'm getting a fair bit of light blockage going on, and yet, you know, that one's doing really well. These 2 yellow fatales are doing well. The herb bucket, you know, I've got these 2 sage cuttings, clearly quite alive. This basil cutting, clearly alive and doing well. Actually, I might need to take a little off of that very soon. Here's the rosemary in the cup, doing significantly better under the 6,500 Kelvin than it was doing under the 5,000 Kelvin. But there's the little rosemary down there, just barely getting a little bit of light. My oregano cutting seems to be growing. So that's great. I've got a nice selection of herbs growing here in the hydroponics. Over here in another kind of a mixed bucket, we've got the scraggly sage because I didn't have room for it on the shelf anymore. And here we've got a couple of Juliet tomatoes. These guys are going to be so ready for spring. I'm hoping to cut suckers and basically just root plants for my tomatoes, so I've got a good healthy supply of them. So these, I believe, are a couple of the Juliets as well. And here we have those Market More cucumbers that I just shoved into the pebbles. seem to be pretty happy. That second sets of leaves developing on there. Not bad at all, not bad at all. There's that 7-pot brain strain, that's one of my earlier sprouts. And then I've got a little reaper in a cup here, and I've got that little reaper down in the hydroponics there. And the Naga Black over there in the corner. A couple of Big Sun Habs. And this Billy Goat seems to be doing alright. Hooslokia beside it doing alright. Got 3 of those in there actually. They're all doing pretty well. As I understand it, a Hooslokia is a ghost pepper. Y'all can let me know one way or the other on that. I got a couple of Shishitos. These guys seem to be reaching for the light a little bit, so they got moved inward. Hopefully a little more direct light on them, but this is what I need. One there, and one there. A lot of you might think I'm griping about that, but the reality is I'm just kind of reminding myself, because I've got to edit these videos too, right? And yeah, the more I hear myself say it, the more likely I am to actually get around to getting some. But yeah, it's no longer a light that I need, because you know, one light there and then one light here, that's one light, and then what do I do with all these cups and all these starts? Stop wiggling, you. Alright, not the most secure lighting fixture in the house, but it's perfectly appropriate for what's going on in the house. Anywho, I'm thinking with these red cups what I need to do is I need to clear up this messy work table here and possibly even move it, because right here it's got a direct blast from the furnace up there. So it's been alright for sprouting seeds actually. I've gotten a few reapers that I saved from the peppers that Lloyd sent me. I took all the seeds out of there. Sorry Lloyd, couldn't help myself. And I planted them because that's just what I do. But if I could take this table and I could turn it into you know, a nice little plant station, I figure 2 fixtures across the top of this would give me really decent lighting. And this is like 3 feet by, I'm going to say 5 feet, maybe even 6. So it's a lot of space potentially for plants. And I can move this mess anywhere, right? I've got lots of messes. I can just blend it right into one of those. But I really need to convert this space, I think. So I got to find like at least 3 fixtures. Yeah. So I'm kind of thinking if I move it all to where this looks like it might have been a toy box once. I looked in there once when we first moved in. Yes, it's been here since the previous owner, and now that the boy's here, maybe he can help me move that up and get it outside. But there are sprouting potatoes in there, and I don't know if I should plant those or not. But I'm thinking if I take that previous workstation and I go like this way with it, then I can hang the lights from the rafters like I'm doing with the other one, and I'll have a little bit of a walkway in between my various grow stations, and hopefully I can get something productive done. Oh, I'm so excited for this year's gardening season. Such a better start already than last year. It does look like there are a few aphids that have moved in down here, but I'm able to keep them in check. I've been squishing like a madman. I come down here every morning, I squish a couple aphids, and I don't see any more. So I'm not sure if I should put a garlic spray into a hydroponic situation. I don't want to do any damage to the roots, so maybe those of you who have suggested I spray with garlic, you can let me know if that's a good idea, bad idea, what I should do there. But yeah, so far this is looking like a fantastic start. I'm going to have some awesome dried pepper blends and going to be able to make some incredible candies and stuff. So thank you all so much for these seeds. Oh, jeez. Speaking of seeds, it's that time of day where I need to go into these egg cartons and see just what's sprouted or not in there. There's that pumpkin. Got some deficiency issues going on here, I think. Calcium, magnesium. Anyone? Crunchy? It's not, like, it's got water weight. It's not a dry plant. It's just hurting. Anyway, what do we got in this first egg carton? Still nothing sprouting up in here. I did get one Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion. I transplanted out yesterday. So that did sprout up. Still waiting on Brain Strain, a Firecracker, and a Chocolate Ghost. Let's see what's in the other one. So this would be the 18 varieties from Dave S. that I planted down last week, and holy crow, I've got transplanting to do. Alright, let's just see what has sprouted here. Refer to the handy chart. These top ones there would be Sugar Rush Cream, and then it looks like Sugar Rush Red has also sprouted. And beside it we've got M.A. Wartix apparently. And then Ahi Calabazo and Ahi Pinnick. Oh my. Alright, Dave. Those are some awesome seeds. Good sprout rate. I only put 2 into each of those containers, and a couple of these already have 2 coming up from each container, so awesome. Now I need even more room. Right. Good thing I found that light fixture is like 65 bucks plus tax plus probably shipping. It's only 5,000 Kelvin, but this is only 5,000 Kelvin, and they seem to be doing okay. Granted, under the 6,500 they're doing much better. But I just need them to be, you know, develop a little bit, to be good solid starts for when I put them outside. Get some maturity going on. Which reminds me, I really got to start some eggplant. Oh, a gardener's work is never done. It's great. And on that note, I think I'm going to let you go because apparently I have some transplanting to do. It is fantastic that a gardener's work is never done. I've heard that gardeners tend to live longer than the average people, and I think it probably has a lot to do with we're always looking forward to something. You know, in the spring we're looking forward to growing our plants. In the summer we're looking forward to harvesting our plants. In the fall we're looking forward to storing our harvest. In the winter we're looking forward to next spring. So yeah, if you're always looking forward at something positive that you enjoy, there's more life to be had, I think. So whether it's true or not, I don't know. Call this fake internet news, but it's something I definitely believe. And, you know, yeah, I feel a lot better since I've been gardening. I gotta tell you, the years beforehand were very... There's a lot of depression and stuff, and nobody needs to know about that. It's not really anybody's business, but the truth of the matter is gardening has become very, very therapeutic for me, and communicating my gardening struggle with you guys has also been incredibly therapeutic for me. So much love to all of you, and I will see you next week. All right, take care, everybody.